Just a daily price for a rum, didn't
Yeah, but they gave 8 pints of beer, 2 pints of rum, or 3 pints of... They show you up here, or something like that, every day. But if you got pissed, you got whipped.
they?
You know, yeah, of course, I think they do it to get the aggression out, don't they?
Well, I suppose,
Okay, we're going to make our way down to the middle gun deck. This deck would be the most punished deck during the battle. This is where the shot was coming through.
Oh yeah, I know
It used to
that.
be known as slaughter.
What beer and that?
Okay, here we go.
Clean drink.
They probably got you pissed. They drank a lot of it. I bet they all came alcoholics. Must have, if you had 8 pints a day.
And rum.
And rum, and you only had one of the other.
Oh, well, yeah.
You weren't allowed, or 3 pints of wine.
Oh, was it 3 pints?
What's 3 pints of wine? It's about a bottle and a half, isn't it?
Well, a bottle is about 20 something. Yeah, a bottle's about...
Bottle 700, and a pint's 576. It's nearly 3 bottles of wine, 2.5 bottles of wine. These are different stairs.
That's milliliters, I think. You look down to pints to get out.
I don't think these are original stairs though. I don't think they're original. Oh, yeah.
A litre is about 1 3/4 pint, so 700 is about 3/4 of a pint.
Yeah. There's the galley.
3 bottles.
Every day.
Okay,
3 pints.
we're now on the middle gun
More than 3
deck.
bottles a day.
This is where you'd have the Royal Marines and also officers' cabins over that
Probably
way.
3.5 bottles of wine.
The Royal Marines
Yeah.
were the salt and
Too
sea.
much.
They were all the volunteers. The Royal Marines were paid volunteers, of course, and they were fully trained up members of the crew. And they would also be a secret. There would be a police force aboard the ship. They would literally keep an eye on the sailors, and if there's any signs of mutiny, they would arm themselves and defend the officers over there from the sailors a bit below. Because 1/3 of the sailors on board the ship were what we call pressed men. They were literally press gangs on board the ship. A press gang is not like you see in Hollywood. It's not like they have a pint and a jolly old sailor sees they've got a shilling in their pint and escorts them onto the ship kicking and screaming. In reality, you would walk out of a pub, a group of naval officers would be hanging in the shadows, and as you walk out, they'd cosh you down to the ground and drag you on board the ship. That's the press gang at work. The Royal Navy themselves, when the press gang went into town, a lot of the men fled into the fields and hid. But life on board the ship, when they got on board, they realised harsh, but probably not as harsh as being a civilian at the time, because they had 3 meals a day. They had a nice hammock to sleep in, which is probably insect and lice free when they started. They had clean clothes. And they also got paid as well. So when they joined the Navy, a lot of them liked it, some didn't try to escape. If they tried to escape on board the ship, they'd be shot in the back by the Royal Marines. So life on board was pretty harsh, and the Marines were there as a police force. But these guys were the backbone of the ship as well, because during the battle they would cover the gunners to make sure the guys could get the guns fired as fast as possible. We have a stove there. This is a Brodie stove, designed by a Scotsman called Alexander Brodie. Brodie was asked to design a stove which has lots of functions. First of all, you need some big pots in there to cook some stew. So what you've got there are great big pots where the stew goes
Yeah,
in
they're
there.
big, aren't they?
Pardon?
Big pots at the top.
Great big copper pots, and if you have a look round here, folks, you'll see some taps, and those taps literally where the stew comes out when it's boiling hot. Of course, you've got bread ovens in there. That copper device there is a condenser which literally traps moisture in your cooking food, and that condensed water is used by the surgeon to make up medicine. And you've got a spit at the front there, which is powered by smoke jacks in the chimney, and as the steam goes up there, it turns the smoke jacks, and that turns the spit to roast the meat. Pretty spectacular stuff. So that's a Scottish engineer who designed that. Mr. Brodie was a very rich man when he died, and he was worth over £500,000 when he died. It's Georgian money. So that's about